turns that she's got under her belt. So tell you what, it's a tough heat. Sally Fitzgibbons, who's surfing really well, and Keely as well. I mean, what a great couple of heats we've had so far in the Roxy Pro.
So setting up some crucial round 4 matchups. The winner of these goes straight to the quarterfinals, and we see one of the best from Australia, Sally Fitzgibbons, kick off this round 3 matchup with a couple of fading cutbacks. Just hugging the pocket beautifully, keeping that flow well down the line. Sets are pouring through, so Courtney Conlogue on the wave behind her as Sally starting to tee off on the money part of the wave. A lot of high line verticals, big wrapping cutbacks. Courtney's just going through the downtime to get to that money part of the sandbar. Courtney's just starting to heat up. Conlogue in the barrel and still traveling, looking to punch free of the exit, but she won't be able to find it. So Sally and Courtney back-to-back waves to kick things off, and that'll hand Keely priority.
A sign of things to come for the afternoon. We've got 4 hits in round 3 of the Roxy Pro. Then from what the commissioner said, we're going to move through to the men's as well. So we're going to have some unbelievable action through this afternoon. Courtney Conlogue, you talk about that little bit of downtime, just waiting, biding her time. As you can see, that wave is going to start to set up through that inside section. Now she starts to go to town. Another nice turn from Courtney. And I tell you what, Courtney loves a bit of a barrel. Here she is in there now, traveling, still traveling. And then unfortunately doesn't quite come out of that end section.
As we have another look at the start from Sally Fitzgibbons.
Yeah, Sally, you know, you talk about her being one of the best, especially out here as well. She's had some fantastic results. And this wave really does suit her style of surfing. You saw her have to crank it up in round 1. Keely really came out firing. And Sally needed to really put some good surfing on the board to make it through. Look at this wave starting to get really clean through that inside section. Bashes it through the inside, just connecting the dots all the way through, nice and smooth. Sort of a little bit of a tail stomp right there. Looking for a little tube through that inside section and connects with that end. What a wave for Sally Fitzgibbons to start off here in round number 3.
Fitzgibbons enjoying the action here at Snapper Rocks as she'll look up the point and see Keely get started. Keely forward her way through a couple of open face hooks, clean top turn wrap. She likes to go vertical, throwing it off the lip there, and now back into a carve for a nice, easy, reliable combination. The snap to carve combo with tons of room on the inside to hang in there. Starting to grow a little bit. She'll carve one off the top again. The surfer from the Sunshine Coast kicks out, and we're going to get 3 solid numbers on the board. Already back with the jet ski assist. Sally starting off wave number 2. Little stylish down carve set up. She'll get a little hung up in the whitewater. So a short number 2 wave for Sally Fitzgibbons.
With the wave, as long as it is, it's going to take a lot of physical fitness to get through these heats, Joe.
That's right. Conlogue, one of the fittest on tour, starts off with a great top turn connection. A lot of face to work with. She'll dig in a couple times for some solid rail work. Filling in the flat space real well. A lot of energy through those carves, even though the lip wasn't there. Now it's starting to run on the sandbank. Carves through another forehand hook. Jams it one more time. Last year's runner-up in the world into the money part of the bank. Got one solid rip off the top before it went flat. So 2 big numbers coming Courtney's way. Work. They're running on lay days. They like hitting the pavement hard and then going to the ocean just as hard as we see Courtney's last. Yeah,
we talked about how these kind of waves are going to really suit Courtney's style of surfing. She just really puts that board on the rail and drives off that back foot. Nice, clean, swooping turns. Nothing quite radical just yet. Now she hits the brakes and she waits for this wave to build up through this inside section. Now she starts to go to town. As it hits that inside little marley, the wave starts to get a lot more vertical, which allows them to get that board a little bit more vertical, jams the tail again. So a series of beautiful turns for Courtney Conlogue and kicks out of that.
Prepared to come back strong, to be right back where she left off, and started off even better than the season before. Conlogue up again, quick carve, she'll kick out. She's right now chasing a 6.25 for the lead. been your favorite part of the day as we're now watching Sally Fitzgibbons?
Well, Sally just ripping through this thing. Are you kidding me? She's on fire. She started out really well. This thing's waiting for itself to line up. Nice sweep back into the corner, bank around that. She's going to do another setup cutty, keep the board moving, make it look good. Another wrap on the inside as it walled up just a bit for her, and she's going to get out of there. Well, that wasn't a bad moment right there.
That's one of your top moments for sure. Well, we know the water feels amazing. What was the good vibes from Strider in the grandstands? Watching this wave come through the point was a dreamy one. How did Sally capitalize on the scoring potential?
Well, she just absolutely picked the eyes out of it, Joe. Just, the thing I like about Sally is, she's quite sort of just going through the motions at the moment. You can tell she hasn't quite been pushed yet. Her opponents haven't thrown anything big at her, so she's the kind of performer that will just, put the score on the board and make sure that she's got some left in the tank, and that's exactly what she's doing here right now. We saw that happen in round one, where she was just kind of going through the motions, just doing what she had to do to win the heat, and then all of a sudden she needed a big score, and that's when she lit it up. That's when she could change the gear and go to the next level. That's the good thing about Sally. She's just holding back at the moment, just nice, clean, seamless, mistake-free surfing. And she'll do that.
Which has been just dominated by world champions from Tyler last year. So we watch Sally up again. Clean bottom turn, drifting the tail out on the first section, right into a carve. Real clean approach from Sal. Ripping through the open face again. Keely getting started behind her. Keely, nice formed out carve. Money section for Sally. She'll hit it through the lip. Quite little pocket ride for Keely behind her. Meanwhile, Sally finishing her last couple of turns, and a lot of spray going to the sky from Keely. Andrews snapped a carve as well. That's it for Fitzgibbons. Just Keely Andrew from the Sunshine Coast. Drills one off the lip, and she won't be able to chase down the inside corner. But a solid back-to-back exchange from Sally to Keely with 8:30 to go.
Improve on a 5.90. Let's have a look at Keely's. Maybe a little bit bigger and came from further out. Nice little opening turn from Keely. And that big, strong wrap around, waiting for this wave to build up through the inside. Now she starts to crank it up just that little bit more. Looking for a barrel through the inside. Yeah, needed to slow down just a little bit more on that section right there. Another wrap around. Kind of got hung up a little bit, but then it put her in a good spot just to connect with that inside section. So a nice little wave for Keely. I'm not sure whether it's going to go into that 6.9 range. I think Sally could quite easily improve her situation as well. Uncharacteristic for Courtney Conlogue, though, to be so quiet right now.
7:30 on the clock. This is what Sally did, Potts.
Yeah, this was on the way back out, and why not? As a perfect little wave comes your way, tag it a few times, try and improve your situation, keep that momentum going. And Sally's done exactly that. Another nice snap as she races down the line. What she got for us at the end here, bang, throws it through the lip. This wave just kept offering turn after turn for Sally. All the way through to that inside bowl, and then goes for a nice little reverse slide right there. Didn't quite ride out of that, so that last maneuver won't count. But you can see there, contrast in styles between Sally and Keely. Synchronized surfing. That snapper rocks here at the Roxy Pro.
Two of the world's best, both from Australia. Keely from up north, the Sunshine Coast, and the South Coast of New South Wales. Sally Fitzgibbons, longtime seasoned vet, enjoying these insane snapper rocks conditions. Even though we both see the snap to carve combinations, just the different surfer has their own twist on each maneuver.
Yeah, they do, and that's the beauty of surfing. It's like art where...
This event, runner-up in the world, Courtney Conlogue, to really start blazing through. Catching up to Keely Andrew through a couple of solid turns off the lip. Spray going to the sky, punches it out again, right on the money. Set up wrap to get back into the pocket, and now looking for her last couple of maneuvers. Float to get down the line, and she'll get out of there.
Wow, I'm impressed with this young lady, just how she's cranked it up, how she's just improved her game.
Big scores came her way on the top 17. Let's see what Keely did again.
Yeah, she's keeping busy, which I love. 6.67 and a 5.57. Now it starts to come through that inside. Just nice, clean. And this is where she starts to unload. Bang, beautiful turn right there. And again, straight through the lip. Just cranking it up is Keely Andrew. Knows that she's got to try and push Sally. 7.18 is required. Finished off with that beautiful hang time floater right there. And kicks through the back, so Keely.
Joining forces with Luke Egan, a guy that used to battle for world titles for many years. Luke's watching this wave as well, an important one for Conlogue. Big layback hack. Huge first turn for the Californian. Drills it off the lip. It's opening up. Another big vertical turn for Conlogue. Jams it again. Great composure. It's getting hollow. She'll slam on the brakes and pull in. Nice little pocket ride for Conlogue, coming out with some speed. And she'll lay down the cutty into the finishing move on the inside corner. A long wave for that last wave from Courtney Conlogue, but she absolutely drilled it. Fitzgibbons to answer. She'll stumble but pick herself back up to hit it off the roof. Nice little progressive snap down the line. Open face hook once again for Fitzgibbons. Lines it up off the lip and the waves are firing. She's going to wind up for another tail drift into her closeout section, and she lands on her feet.
All right, now I'm starting to get a little bit antsy. You really do have to disappear, play the disappearing act, and Courtney didn't quite disappear on that occasion.
Now we've got Keely snapping a beautiful down carve, and she's out. So a short ride for the surfer, enjoying her second start on tour.
That's how good it is.
The waves are insane, non-elimination format. Judges going to the replays. I really enjoyed the layback on the first section from Conlogue.
And then a couple of searing maneuvers through this inside section. And now it starts to stand up, and Courtney loves to get tubed out here. Hits the brakes, slows down, and kind of pulls in there. Just a little bit of a head dip there, not too deep. Comes flying out, big wraparound sort of cutback maneuver, just trying to build as many points through that inside section as possible. As let's have a different view, and this will really tell us how deep she is in the tube ride, because that last angle was kind of shot from behind the section. And she waits for it to stand up through the inside. Bang, a couple of nice turns there. She can see it all happening. Now she hits the brakes and pulls in. So yeah, not as deep as we thought, but it would have felt good anyway.
And as you could read that as a missed opportunity for maneuvers to stop your flow from hitting the lip, wanting to get barreled, and not quite getting in number to steal it off the Keely, where Sally's wave, a 7.11 on this one, can make the difference.
Yeah, Sally looking for a score. I mean, she's been surfing incredible, but still searching for another score of a 7.11, waiting for it to build up through the inside. Nice turn right there. And then finished with kind of a projection floater just to get that nice speed at the end. And this is what everything is going to be compared against. The 8.10 from Keely Andrew. She's not scared by the big guns anymore, Joe. She really did surf her way into this heat. If you look at the scores on the opening account, she was way behind, then pulled herself back into the game with a 6.67, and then on her last wave dropped an 8.10, which is the highest scoring wave of the heat so far. So Sally, 7.11. She's definitely gained some fans out here today.
What a great performance from Keely Andrew. As we look at scores coming through, last of Conlogue 7.6. Last of Sally Fitzgibbons, a 6.87. Keely Andrew gets the big win to go to the quarterfinals here at the Roxy Pro on the Gold Coast. Her best result in the making at the season opener.
Unbelievable result right there for Keely Andrew.